everyone, I'm back at the beach again today. Wind's a little bit light, or a little bit lighter than I hoped. So I'm going to go through how to do the foiling tack with you. Now, there's two ways of doing the foiling tack. There's the toe side to the heel side tack, or the heel side to the toe side tack. The toe side to the heel side is considered to be a little bit easier than the heel side to toe side, but they're both challenging in different ways. In the toe side to heel side tack, you're starting on your toe side, which is kind of quite uncomfortable, and you're having to edge that board upwind. Then you take the wing over the top of your head, and then it gets easier from then onwards. So it's kind of hard at the start and easy at the end. Whereas the heel side to toe side tack, you're on your heels, which kind of makes it quite easy to edge the board upwind. And then you've got to take the wing over your head into your toe side, which is kind of an uncomfortable stance again. So it's kind of easier getting to harder at the end of it. And it's more, the heel side to toe side is more difficult because everything's changing at the time that you've got the least kind of balance. So that's why the toe side to heel side is the preferred method. It's worth mentioning that, like the jibe, the foiling tack feels almost impossible when you're first trying it. But hopefully if you're watching this video, you've already got the jibe down and you've found that it goes from being really difficult to something that is quite easily and repeatable. And it's similar for the tack. You just need to kind of break through your understanding. And once you've really got that muscle memory, it isn't that difficult at all. One thing I did find that made a huge difference for me was changing my foil. Now, I don't really like to, often talk about kit and saying that, kit makes the difference. So I'm a little bit hesitant to say this, but I think with the foiling tack, the foil is all important. The reason for this is you need to be able to keep speed and momentum upwind. And if you've got a really low aspect foil, it's really going to struggle to keep that speed because it's got very little glide to it. Now, sure, you can still do it on that, but it's going to make your job of learning that much more difficult. So if you can borrow a high aspect wing, something with a decent amount of glide, if you've been trying a foiling tack before and you feel like you're almost there, probably if you just go on that high aspect wing, for half an hour, you might find that you nail it almost straight away. This was actually the case for me. I've been trying the foiling tacks for a while, borrowed a friend's foil, 5 attempts, I'd nailed it. And then the very next attempt, I'd nailed it again. It was incredible. So that would be a really big recommendation to try that. We're going to pick our wing up and stand in your standard heel side position. Now, on the jibe video, I mentioned that you should hold your wing in the underhand position like this, because it makes it very easy to change hands. For the tack, it's the opposite, because you're actually changing the wing, you're changing hands above your head. So you actually want to hold it in the overhand position like this. And as you can see, once I change the wings position over my head, again, we're using the easiest method. Nice and easy. So the drill we want to do on the beach for this is basically hold the wing as you would, as you're normally riding along. Put your hand in the overhand position, and then without moving your feet, take the wing over your head, change hand position, pull it down on the other side, and then put your rear hand where it should be again. Now, if you noticed, I haven't actually changed my feet. Now this is the position you're going to be in when you're riding toe side before starting the tack. So now we're in the toe side position, we can actually run through the whole manoeuvre. So you're riding along in toe side. You are in this kind of quite awkward twist, but that's what toe side is like. And you're riding the board up into the wind. As you're reaching close to the upwind mark, you're pulling the wing above your head, releasing with the backhand, changing hands like this, pulling the wing down the other side, and then replacing your backhand on the back of the wing. So doing that one more time. riding along a toe side like this, edging the board up into the wind, we're pulling the wing above us, changing hands as it goes above us, pulling it down the other side, and replacing your rear hand in the right position again, and you ride off toe side. Now we'll take this to the water and we'll add the board to that as well. Let's run through how you practice this. First of all, you start on your heel side edge and you jibe into your toe side edge. You then ride along until you get comfortable, and actually I would recommend doing quite a bit of toe side riding before you even go for the tack at all. Also trying to push that board upwind while you're in your toe side edge. This will be really helpful when you try to go for the tack. Once you've got your toe side riding sorted and you're able to edge upwind in your toe side, then you can think about proceeding to the toe side tack. So in your toe side, you need to get up a reasonable amount of speed, and you may actually want to edge downwind ever so slightly just to gain that little bit of extra momentum. When you've got good board speed and you're ready, you then need to start committing your weight just a little over to your toe side edge. So you're bending your knees into the turn a little bit, pushing your hips slightly upwind, and you should feel the board starting to turn upwind. Now when you're committed to truly go for it, but before that board is actually pointing fully upwind, you want to transition the wing over your head. Now hopefully if you've practiced this over and over on the beach, this should be second nature to you. Once you release your back hand on the wing, you should be able to find that you can commit to the turn that little bit more, and it'll allow you to get round that little bit easier. So if everything's going right, you should have taken the wing over your head, down the other side, and you should be able to reach around with your new rear hand to get yourself back onto the rear handle again. If you've still got enough speed, then you would hopefully still be on the foil at this point. But if you haven't and you've dropped off the foil, don't worry at all. You know, this is just a part of the learning process. Whether you're on the foil or not at this point doesn't really matter too much. All that you need to do now is sheet in and go. Let's run this through again in super slow motion as it all happens pretty quickly. I'm starting to turn that board slightly downwind to gain a little bit more speed. And in a second I'll be committing to the upwind drive. So this is happening now. I'm weighting my toe side edge. I'm letting out with that back hand to try and reduce the drag as the wing goes overhead. Notice the canopy is flapping, so it's causing the minimum drag as we complete the upwind part of the turn. I've now got my back hand back on the other side of the wing, and we're pulling in as we come out of the turn. We're still foiling, and off we go. Let's go around one last time at full speed. So we're about to go into the jibe to pull us onto our toe side. Then we're going to get comfortable and get up some good speed. Then when we're ready, we're going to start committing that toe side rail upwind and start to transition the wing above, letting out with the back hand, letting that wing flap above our head, pulling it down the other side, sheeting in and driving off. So I hope you found this video useful and it helps you really break through with that foiling tack. It's an awesome move and well worth the time and dedication put in that you need to master it. But as I say, it's one of those things that once you've done it, it kind of clicks and it goes from being near impossible to not too difficult actually. I think that's it from me now. So all I want to say is thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your excellent comments and likes. It really, really motivates me to do more of these things. So cheers, bye.